very sharp, excellent, and amazing. All right, so before we start, right, I would actually want to request take a step forward. All right, can you come to you the seat up front? All right. For those who are in the front, thank you. All right. Please, can they, if possible, take this the front seat. All right. So, yeah, you all welcome to this great moment. Wonderful faces. Thank you so much. And thank you also, everyone, you're all welcome. So, right now, we're getting started, and everything is set and ready to run. I'm also excited. I believe you're excited as well. Hope you're all excited. All right, please, you have to be excited because it's very important. It's a great time. Someone said there are two great times in a man's life. First one is when you're born, and the second one is when those around you celebrate your successes. And of course, well, you learn from the failures and you improve. So, with that being said, we're having an opening, a welcoming remark from Miss Glory. All right, so thank you.
Good morning, everybody. I am very delighted and honored to welcome you this morning on behalf of our RLabs team to our soft launch here in Nigeria. So I want to say a very big welcome to our online community that are watching on YouTube and RLabs country all over Africa. Alright, as RLabs, we believe in weekly contagious as attachment. So I want us to do something now just to be and smile. So we are making hope contagious. So I want to introduce the co-founder of RLabs. I would write a whole speech or say something big, but you know that quality needs no introduction. It speaks for itself. So I want to introduce a phenomenal woman, the managing director and co-founder of RLabs. Really
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. We know that there are more people on the way. We hear the hooters outside. We assume people are there, or maybe it's them hooting. I'm not sure at the gate to get in. But more people will be joining us. But thank you so much for coming today. As mentioned, my name is Lena Parker, CEO, co-founder of RLabs. And just a little background about us. I thought that was important. But before I go there, when I got to, this is my first time in Nigeria. And I've traveled to different African countries, different countries on the continent, in the Americas and Europe. And when I came into Nigeria, my first interaction or my first moment, I actually want to share with everyone. And we got to the airport after many hours of flying. Got off the plane, went through passport control, waiting to get our luggage or asking, when do you get your luggage? And then they said, oh, there's a trolley what you must pay. And I'm like, oh, never paid for a trolley before, right? To get my bags. And everybody's around and saying, we need to pay here, here's the trolley. And lots of people like, wow. Finally, we got our bags and we had, of course, these banners and these paintings that we had to bring with us. This was this extra large luggage. And then I was like, okay, where do I go? And they took me around the corner. And there were all these bags that were like bubbled and like laying. I'm like, how do I find my banners? And the rest of the team were on the other side. And this young man comes up to me and he says, ma'am, are you lost? Or like, what do you need? I said, I have banners. Like long. And he said, how long? And I showed him, I said, it's about this long, this high. And he's like, come with me. And he took me through the luggage to this little area, and there was my banners. And I lifted it, and he's like, no, I'll take it. And And then I was like, I don't have money to pay because we have to pay for everything, right? And I'm telling him, and he's like, don't you want a trolley? And I'm like, no, I don't have any cash. I just landed here. I don't have a single naira on me. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. And I'm like, trying to lug this thing. And he comes to me and he grabs it out of my hand and he says, yeah, please speak to me. And for me, I look up at him and I'm like, this just changed me completely. This young man, and then he carried it for me, and we walked past with the trolleys, and he asked again, I'm like, I don't have naira to pay for the trolleys. Like, and he took 200, is it 200? Yeah. Is it 500? Out of his pocket, and he's like, yeah, I will do it for you. And for me, that was like, wow, welcome. We of course had adventures after that, but this particular moment stuck with me that young people are good. You know, they are special. We say a lot of things about them and we assume things and we make assumptions, but this young man doesn't know me. Many people at the airport, and he decided that he's going to be good, you know, and respectful, but, and I just kept him everything. He said, yeah, we respect women, and I was like, and that changed my whole way of thinking about my slave. Yes, I'm going to stop there. So for RLabs, I thought, let me share a little bit about us. I'm not sure where I must look to change the slide. We have our team from South Africa joining us live. I hope you can see us, and whoever else is watching, they're sitting in the office probably around the screen and watching us here. They're all sad they can't be here, but with technology they are able to be here. So RLabs were founded in 2009, and we had programs in 23 different countries. And it's changed over many years, different forms. Sometimes it's with a partner, sometimes it's with the individual that's wanting to start a project. Sometimes it's with a university and it's actually just a research project, sometimes with a business. So we've been around since 2009 in different countries. The first country we actually went into was Portugal, believe it or not. We left the continent first. And it was with the University of Porto, and there were university students that heard about RLabs and like, can we bring this to our campus? It's needed here. And they ran it for as long as they were students. And they were bringing other young people on board with them, and we had an innovation at that time called Javex, which allowed people to get counseling services virtually. And they were actually using this technology to provide services of support to the other students. And 12 years ago, we were actually in Nigeria, in Owari, with Youth for Technology. We actually had a project with him, and it was around academy and training young people. I'm sure some of you know Youth for Technology. They do amazing work with young people and technology, and for many years. So, and now we're back. After 12 years, you know, they say good things take time. And we've had many graduates, we've impacted many people. The numbers you see, people ask us, like, how do you impact that number of people? And it's really through technology. It's through the technologies we build, that we use, that provide, whether it's support services or our other technology, Salata, which we'll hear about later on, that provides virtual currency for young people to earn while they're doing good. So there's different technologies that we've developed over the years and we've created, that some of them we've spun off already and we've sold off. And then we definitely enjoy working with our entrepreneurs, with enterprises. Building businesses are the future. In order to change anything, our economy, our communities, we need more people in business. And we understand not everyone is an entrepreneur. I've heard that many times. Oh, it's not for me. But then I see the same person selling stuff or making things, and somebody's paying them for their goods or services, but they say they're not an entrepreneur. So it's actually in all of us because we know how to survive. And then creating jobs as well. For young people, we do this through different partners. So it might be a company that provide like a recruitment agency, and we help feed the pipeline. We help feed young people into that. At the same time, the entrepreneurs we work with that have grown now, they are actually looking for talent. They are actually looking for people to employ, and then we are able to plug them into that. And then the community work is really through our partner organizations, LATO, where young people are doing good and they are earning. I was saying earlier on that there's not enough jobs, but there's enough work. And we find you can do something. And for young people, we found if they are trying to get a job, people always ask for experience, right? But you're not going to get experience if you don't do anything. So encourage them, go out and do something. Find something in your immediate surroundings, do good, and actually earn to be able to go. Next slide, please. And this is just a model of RLabs. So we equip people with skills, with training. People we build businesses, and that's where we help them. We have an innovation lab that happens, sandboxing happens, we co-create together, we test the models, then we accelerate it. So we either incubate it or we'll go straight into acceleration depending on the type of startup it is. And then scaling. So RLabs, as a non-profit, we are a non-profit, we also have a for-profit arm. Our non-profit owns 100% shares of the for-profit. So a lot of business, you start out as a business and then you start the foundation or the non-profit stuff from your profits, right? And we were like the other way around. We wanted to do the good, and they were like, how do we sustain this? Because nobody wants to really give us money, it's really hard to access capital. And we're like, okay, let's do the business as well. And then that just sustains our non-profit work. Next slide, please. And our values is definitely core to us. Who we are as a people. When I say people, I'm talking about RLabs champions, the movement, and anyone joins at any time. The two key values that we have is being obsessed with hope. Our tagline is making hope contagious, and that's why we already made us all smile, because smiling is contagious. So we always tell people there's two things you must do to pay when you come and do our courses. The first thing is you must smile. Okay? You don't have a choice. You must smile and you must pay it forward. Whatever you've learned, you must share with someone else. Because our courses are all free in money, people are not paying in money, but those things you have to do. And we find that even if people are coming in really angry, grumpy, and they had a terrible day or life is just really hard, when we tell them that, they immediately smile, and when they see other people smiling around them, immediately it changes the atmosphere and changes the environment. And then leading with love, putting people first. We all have the ability to love. We can love people and we can love what we do. We find that passion actually drives us to go further. And then being exponential is one of our strong values, relentless action. Whatever we do today, whatever task it may be, it must be from the soul. We have to put in our very best and let our actions from today echo into eternity. And being systemic is really thinking about how do we change these systems. Right? We can't always be on the outside and complaining about a system and this is not working and that is not working. So we actually need to get in there, and sometimes we need to create a whole other system. And that's okay. But we need to be prepared to do that next time. And so we've come to the official opening. That was just my introduction. I'm going to invite a special young lady who I met. Yeah. Oh, Mrs. William, you are in your heart. You are so young. When I met you, I was like, you are powerful, you are strong, but your spirit is so gentle. And earlier this year, I had the privilege of being at the World Economic Forum with Mrs. William, and we had a session with the global shapers. You all know what global shapers are, right? These young, crazy leaders. And of course, Nigeria had the biggest group. There were so many of them, and when they saw Mrs. Miriam, oh my goodness, you have to see their eyes. It was telling me that I only knew two of them, but they all knew what they heard about. I'm not sure how, maybe you have a private social media account happening where you're hanging out with the young people. But we're really happy to have you here. Thank you for welcoming us into your country. We appreciate it, and we are happy to have you address us.
much. I haven't been called young. In the last, I'm actually 63. I'm really excited to be here, and I'm really excited to see RLabs arriving on our shores. You know, I was really impressed by what RLabs does. I met Renee before, June. You know, we're all part of a community that the Frog Foundation has been supporting, or that selected us for various reasons. And so it's really been a good journey. I'm just leaving government. I'm so relieved. And I'm looking forward to seeing so many of you in government, really, because we need a change in culture. Right? It's like swimming against the tide when you want to do the right thing. And I think I speak for all over Africa, right? There's an entrenched culture that is very hard to dislodge. And it's beyond getting your PVC. Because a lot of people in the parties actually just switch parties when they don't get what they want. So it's the same people we're electing irrespective of the party. But we have fresh, young people, in the real sense, young people, who have better ideas, who have a passion for this country, who look at the larger picture, not interested in vested interests or private interests, or these superficial things we call faith and ethnicity. There's so much more that we can do for our country if we look at the larger picture and work for the generic groups, especially the poor and the vulnerable. And this is what excites me about RLabs, because they're doing a lot for the vulnerable. And with a 53%, according to Spectator, unemployed statistics in this country for young people, I think you guys need to lead the way, because we're all very, very privileged to be where we are. Right? Not many of us have the education. You know what it's like in Nigeria. A huge majority are in dire need of support. And so it now behoves on you to take the lead in ensuring that you share. And this is what I like about what you said. Fast forward, forward what you learn, because that's the only way we can multiply. So back to my speech. I consider myself very privileged to be part of this event by RLabs, a non-profit established in South Africa that has continued to make a huge impact in Africa and across 5 continents, particularly on our youth and our children. These are our greatest resource. Over the past 14 years, RLabs has through several projects and initiatives empowered and transformed the lives of millions of people through technology and innovation, and specifically in training and economics empowerment programs. Before now, RLabs has set up offices in 23 countries across 5 continents. Today, RLabs is in Nigeria, opening their office and launching their presence in the Nigerian space. I'm excited and encouraged by the awards and the recognitions that speak volumes about the impact that you have already had, especially on the more marginalized and the vulnerable in our own country, by providing access to innovative educational and training programs, research, ideation, design, SME support, mentorship, accelerating high-impact scalable businesses, as well as driving social enterprise and innovative business models. RLabs has created a niche for itself. Innovation, technology, and social impact are potent forces that have the potential to shape and revolutionize our world. Innovation drives progress by challenging the status quo, fostering creativity, and inspiring new solutions to complex problems. Whether it's in the realm of science, business, or social issues, innovative ideas pave the way for transformative change. Technological advancements in particular have been instrumental in driving this progress forward. From the invention of the internet, which has connected people from all over the world, to breakthroughs in medical science that have improved healthcare and increased life expectancy, technology empowers us to achieve feats previously thought impossible. Furthermore, the interplay of innovation and technology with social impact creates a unique synergy as it opens up avenues to address pressing societal challenges such as poverty, inequality, and environmental degradation. By harnessing these powerful tools, individuals and organizations can create positive change and foster a more inclusive and sustainable future for all. The power of innovation, technology, and social impact lies in our ability to amplify each other's effects. Innovation sparks the development of cutting-edge technology that not only improves efficiency and productivity, but also brings about transformative change. For instance, technology has democratized access to education, to healthcare, and information, providing marginalized communities with greater opportunities for socioeconomic advancement. Social impact drives innovation and technology towards solving human-centric challenges. By understanding the needs and aspirations of communities, innovators and technology, pioneers like RLabs have been able to develop solutions that have a direct, positive impact on people's lives. This virtuous cycle has the potential to create a ripple effect, spurring further innovation and leading to a snowball effect of positive change across society. Technology, innovation, and social change organizations play a vital role in transforming ecosystems in several ways. Ecosystems refer not only to natural environments, but also to the complex systems and networks that exist within societies. By leveraging technologies, organizations like RLabs continue to have a substantial impact on various aspects of social change and environmental transformation. Innovation and technology can contribute to ecosystem transformation in several ways, such as data collection and analysis, awareness and education, advocacy and policy influence, crowdsourcing, innovation and solutions, fundraising and resource mobilization, monitoring and evaluation, capacity building, and skills development. Having been in the social sector myself for over 4 decades now, I cannot overemphasize just how critical these existing and emerging opportunities are for us as Nigerians. Given our population, estimated currently at about 233 million, and 53%, with a 53% youth unemployment rate, RLabs has arrived at the destination for a desired impact. Since technology empowers social change to scale their social change organizations to scale their efforts, optimize resource utilization, and collaborate across borders to create meaningful and lasting transformations, Nigeria welcomes and embraces you. Ultimately, the combined forces of innovation, technology, and social impact empowers humanity to address global challenges, achieve sustainable development goals, and build a more equitable, prosperous world for all. By leveraging innovation and technology's potential, RLabs is definitely poised to contribute significantly in building a more secure and stable society, renewing hope and supporting a productive Nigerian population. Our teeming youth are eager to have their potential unlocked, to be ethically mentored and trained. Their skills need to be honed, their businesses and startups structured and supported. Their social consciousness needs to be awakened. Millions of our women in our rural communities await your economic opportunities in terms of mentorship, resources, and training. The small business and job markets await them all through your support and guidance. My dear friend Renee, there's so much that can be done and should be done in our country. We look forward to partnering with you for the greater good of all. Thank you so much on behalf of our youth, on behalf of our women, and welcome to Nigeria.
Hey, thank you so much for the excellent keynote speech. Thank you, Mark. That was really exciting. I believe we all got a whole lot. And the very fact that I'll call her mommy in this case, she was able to, accept the fact that she's young at heart and always willing to see young people do well. Thank you so much for that as well. All right, so presently we're going to move on to the RLabs presentation. I know some of us came and they are saying, "Yo, Mark, wow!" And they heard of there, you see RLabs, and you're wondering, what exactly do we do, right? So in this section, we're going to have that presentation. I'll call in Mrs. Ren to. Right. Thank you.
I'm back again. I hope those streaming are still around. Are they still being charted? Okay, great stuff. Seems it's playing tricks with me. One before this, please.
Yeah.
Yes. Our tagline is reconstructing lives through hope, innovation, and technology. And hope not shared is not real hope. And that's one of our fundamental principles that we believe in. And innovation we just heard now is a key player in this whole change that we're trying to bring about. Technology is just an enabler. A lot of the time we get stuck on the technology. We don't know how it works, we don't know how to use it, and we feel like it's not for us. But if we understand it's just an enabler to what we use to move. It's what we move, what we use to change. It's what we can use to grow. It's just an enabler. So this is our official RLabs Nigeria logo. And we have a special brush that was designed in RLabs. We have this brick wall that's very significant because our current building is actually black. And it's got a brick wall, and we're like, you need something that's strong, that's stable, and we're using the wall as that. And so even though it's a much bigger, virtually we do believe that RLabs Nigeria is built on something solid and is built on something strong. Next slide, please. So RLabs Nigeria is a social innovation hub focused on empowering individuals, communities, and organizations in technology, entrepreneurship, and capacity building. And we definitely look at it's not just focusing on an individual. We understand that our role is to facilitate businesses, governments, institutions to be able to work together. For us specifically, we always find ourselves as the middle layer. So we have the individuals and the innovators, the entrepreneurs, the young people, the women, the seniors. We work with seniors as well. The people that we're working with, and then we work with corporates and with governments and government agencies. And we find that the two don't always get to speak to each other. And that's when we realized we need to be in the middle to bring these two worlds together, because each party can learn from the other. And that's where the word magic happens. Right? That's where innovation can happen, when we are actually in a space together. One of the things that we do, I'll just share really quickly. We actually started an art gallery in Cape Town, and we believe in art. Like, it's this thing that's neutral, that you can have your own interpretation. And the art piece over there was designed by one of the artists, and he did a lot of research on Nigeria, and he wanted to gift it to our team here. So that's the long thing I was bringing with me on the airport that was in a long tube. But when we did this specifically in a community where there was no art, where there was no gallery, it's not an area where people would generally go to. And we started this, it's called First Thursday, which is actually today in Cape Town, where in this community we turn the streets into art pieces. So there's graffiti pieces along the walls. There's graffiti pieces along the wall. We have a gallery with fine art in. And then we have people coming to visit. So they are coming from the other side of town. Right? They wouldn't normally come into this community. Good morning. They wouldn't normally come into this community. come and see the art. Right? And so RLabs Gallery became this place where these two worlds can meet. So now we have in the streets, people are walking because there's an art walk. So they're walking, and so there's homeless people, there's an auntie that has a house, there's different entrepreneurs selling something on the side of the road. There are all these individuals now all looking at this art. And we started following like what's happening in their lives. They were actually talking to each other. So there were investors and business people and other nationalities that were coming in. They wouldn't necessarily have been in any other place. But at this moment in time, they can actually communicate with each other. And for RLabs, we find that's the role that we play. It's actually bringing people together. Next slide, please. So we have 3 objectives for now. Everybody was asking me, so what's RLabs going to do? What's RLabs Nigeria going to do? And because they hear about all the projects, everybody thinks we're going to come with all of this at once. We decided to not do that just yet. The one thing that we definitely want to continue doing is to create an inclusive and vibrant community of entrepreneurs, innovators, and change makers. And therefore, we are in a co-working space. Thank you, Mustafa, for having us, hosting us here in your space. And then also developing strategic partnerships with public, private, and non-profit organizations. And because of RLabs ecosystem, we work with all these players. Many of them we've met already over the last few days while we've been here. And it's been really interesting to see how everyone wants to make a change, wants to make a difference. We want to move forward. And it's not just specifically thinking about young people in a specific geographic areas, thinking about across the continent. How do we all move forward? And I think we were using this term quite a bit this week, leaving no one behind. How do we make sure we leave no one behind? That if you move, I move, you're going to move. That we make sure we're moving together. And then to drive YOMA, and we're going to talk about YOMA now, so you'll hear more about that for those of you that don't know. Because it's one of the flagship projects of UNICEF, that was the organization that invited us here to be able to, we are currently incubating YOMA in South Africa, and the UNICEF office here is driving that. So we will be helping rolling it out across Nigeria. Okay, and I'm going to hand it over to Desmay, who will be doing the YOMA presentation when she comes. But this is actually their real QR code, so you can scan it and you can actually see what the website looks like. This is Desmay.
Hi! Hi everyone! It's a bit too quiet, you know.
Yeah, thank you.
If everyone is still doing okay. But yeah, thank you and welcome to the RLabs Nigeria soft launch. So I am Desmay, all the way from Cape Town, South Africa. Yeah, and I'm here to speak about YOMA. I think next slide, but it's not a problem, I can still continue. So YOMA is a free skills development and online marketplace, and this is for youth all over the world between 16 to 24. And so this platform allows youth to develop their skills, enhance themselves by partaking in our opportunities that we have on YOMA. So this is various impact opportunities as well as learning opportunities that we host on the YOMA platform. Okay, and so YOMA, for those of us that do not know, is also short for the Youth Agency Marketplace. And so the platform was actually birthed through a human-centered design thinking workshop that we had in 2019 with youth across Africa, as well as our leading organizations such as UNICEF, Partner Foundation. We also had GIZ joining us, and there's a few of the others as well, as you can see at the bottom there. Yeah, so two of the challenge statements that came out from this co-creation was that youth were feeling lost. They felt lost, and they felt that innovation is not necessarily youth-centric. So when we build our technologies and whatever, we don't necessarily consider the youth at large. Even though we do say, oh, this platform is for youth, you know, but us as the adults, we are driving the whole solution or the decision making around that. And then the second one, they also mentioned that talent is universal. Of course, we do know that, but then opportunities are fragmented. So there's not a lot of opportunities for youth to actually enhance their talents. Yeah. So next slide, please. Okay, so like I've mentioned, users are able to engage in a wide variety of challenges, e-learning opportunities, and impact tasks. Next slide, please. They are also able to build a digital CV that stores all verified credentials on the blockchain, sorry. So whenever a user comes onto the platform and they are partaking in these challenges and opportunities, they can list it on the digital CV that will be certified and verified with blockchain, right? So this is also something that they are able to go and share with the job keeper, because many of our youth that we see, they don't necessarily know how to create a digital CV or a CV for themselves. So it's like always this, oh, I need to adapt my CV to this opportunity, or you know, that kind of thing. So yeah, we have that. And then next slide, please. Yes, so we also have our Slato that we make use of. So within the Yoga platform, when the users are partaking in these challenges and these opportunities, they get awarded with a Slato, which is a digital rewards currency, or let me say incentive instead. And so this, they are able to go and redeem for products and services within our digital marketplace. So the products and services can range from airtime, electricity, Udemy courses, you know, these other online enhanced opportunities, mentorship, electricity, if I didn't mention that, and so forth and so on. Yeah, and I think, I don't know if this is fantastic. Okay. And it's just another video, maybe, you know, just to create an ambiance that we can play the video as well. It's a nice testimonial. Okay, now I can also
helping young people know that despite their circumstances, they are capable of making achievement if they want in life. For my friends and I, it's also been a challenge to find job opportunities because due to lack of formal education and work experience, access to information is very difficult due to financial restraints.
So Yoma is a digital platform where people are skills. They can sign up, they can do learning courses, they can do volunteering opportunities where they can impact their local communities. In return, they earn tokens, and these tokens they can redeem on the marketplace for digital and physical goods. Also, we embed youth in the governance of Yoma, and we have regular focus group discussions with young people to really make sure we hear their voice.
By completing the Yoma courses, I was able to edit my CV, which actually helped me to gain some more experience into digital marketing. Yoma helped me to boost my self-confidence, being able to speak in front of other youth groups, being able to share my views and to share my experience with other young people. I see a future where young people will have access to formal education, will have access to gain experience, and be able to achieve their personal goals and their career goals with the help of Yoma.
thank you. Next slide. Oh, there's some definitely out there. So yeah. Thank you. There we go. And so this is also introduction into the digital rewards currency or rewards incentive. Slato. So you can give it up to say so.
Good morning everyone. So my name is Senzo. I'm the current COO and the co-founder of the Slato platform, which will also be launching in Nigeria alongside RLabs Nigeria. So Slato is a platform that tracks and rewards and incentivizes positive behavior in communities. I think you've heard a few things mentioned around the presentation around how we've already helped track young people. So the the concept of Zlato started simply as a way, how can we encourage young people to go out there and look for opportunities instead of like sitting and not doing anything. And what we really wanted to test is if young people are incentivized to go out and volunteer as a way for them to gain work experience, can that be tracked and also be incentivized so that people can continue to do that? And that started as a pilot in a small group in South Africa, and we just wanted to check if, given the opportunity for young people to go out and volunteer, would then they go out and do this amazing work. So the platform then, on the platform, we can do a number of things, such as like being incentivized for going out and volunteering and seeking opportunities, and then you earn this digital currency, which is also mentioned alongside Yoma. And the Yoma, you can buy the incentives like the necessities around airtime, electricity, all these things that have been mentioned already. So that was the beginning of Zlato, and I think in the next slide I will then speak more about our offering overall. So I mentioned that we are like a platform that leverages the power of blockchain technology to increase engagement among youth, and then track that through the admin dashboard. And the tracking tool is quite an important one because when we discovered that, the platform, we discovered that there's quite a lot of work that is happening in amongst communities, but the only issue is that sometimes that work is not reported and tracked properly. So organizations can then not allow, they are not able to then report back to their funders or seek funding because they can't showcase and their verified impact that they are doing in communities, because sometimes organizations are small in size and therefore they don't have the time to do the reporting and the admin properly. So what the platform then does, we then build this admin dashboard that I'll talk about in the next slide, which allows them in that product offering. So whatever the young person or the volunteer does on their mobile phones, it gets stored and tracked automatically on the admin dashboard of the organization. And each organization will have their own dashboard that we're working with, and then that tracks their impact in terms of like how many hours of work are going into like the program that they're doing, how many people are being impacted by the action of the young people that are on their program, and what skills are they learning from being part of that program, what's the dropout. And then what we started to see is that organizations started to understand how they operate, because now they have data that not only they write themselves or get it, but it's self-reported by the young people on the ground that are using the app. Then you see over there on the next slide some of the data dashboard that we've tracked, and this dashboard has then been used by a number of organizations in South Africa and outside to report the impact and track even the SDG goals in terms of like the overall impact. So we offer this dashboard in the platform as a form of B2B offering for NGOs and governments, and to just track and monitor the impact. And then over here, Marina mentioned a lot about the work around entrepreneurs. That was the next journey that we ventured into. In order to tackle the big issue of unemployment around the world, we then believe in the power of like small business and empowering them. So we then built this platform to also encourage small businesses and earn this digital currency and rewards for doing small things that we take for granted, such as like having your businesses registered, because we discovered in order for business to grow and seek more funding opportunities, they have to move from the informal sector to the formal sector. And without that transition, it's difficult for them to tap into funding opportunities. Then we have this platform that also allows incubation and like entrepreneurs to get incentives for registering their business, for creating small things such as a Facebook page to raise awareness, registering for tax compliance and all the legal entities in order for the business to be compliant. So this tool has been used by a lot of like incubators in South Africa, including one of the bigger banks in South Africa, to track the entrepreneurs that are going through the incubation program. And then the last one is what you see with Yoma. So we then decided, a lot of the time we all want to build platforms for technology, right? But we then decided, how can we take existing platform and just make them communicate? And this is through our API integration offering. So how do we plug into existing platforms so that like people don't have to rebuild platforms from scratch? Whatever the other platform has, the other one can connect to it. So these are the use case with Yoma, where they utilizing the incentive side in the marketplace in order to reward and track the young people on the Yoma platform, using that as a token that was mentioned in the previous video. So we are open for business in Nigeria, and we are willing to work with a lot of organizations in order to establish our footprint. We're willing to talk to organizations that might find the platform useful. So I will be around later on in the networking session to discuss how we can formulate these relationships. And I think that's all on my side. I don't have a video, so thank you so much.
All right. Thank you for that excellent presentation. I believe that we all gained a whole lot from hearing about Yoma, hearing about RLabs, and hearing about international. And I know, to a great extent, we might also have questions. All right. So we're going to move over to the next section now, and we're going to call our key ecosystem partners. I think RLabs is here, right? It was RLabs. Oh, all right. So, all right. We would like you to, come take the stage. So, please go. Don't worry. You're welcome. You're welcome.
RLabs, so we are representing the ecosystem. So hi, my name is Anna Ikeligo, Executive Director of RLabs. This is Nanko Madu, Director of Programs at RLabs. So she'll just give a brief remark about RLabs and I'll just say hi.
Yeah, RLabs is a network of tech and innovation hubs across the continent. So we currently have 400 plus jobs from 52 African countries within our network. And what we basically do for these hubs is we provide them an enabling environment to be a better position to support their own communities of startups and innovators. So we do that through capacity building. We have a robust capacity building model that we offer the hubs. We provide them with grants to implement programs and better support their community. We provide them with platforms for networking, because you can imagine that having a vast network of hubs from different countries, and countries are more advanced than others. So we provide a platform that they can do peer-to-peer learning, collaborate, and just move their communities and countries forward. And one of the biggest ways that we do that is through our flagship conference called the RLabs Annual Gathering, which is the biggest conference for hubs and interacting with the ecosystem. We hold one in each country. Last year, 2 years ago, we were in Abuja, Nigeria. Last year, we were in Lusaka, Zambia, and this year we're going to Kigali, and so you're all invited.
Save the date.
Save the 11th to 13th of October in Kigali. And then we run programs together with the hubs. We use them as experts. We use them as consultants and the likes, and we're really excited to give. I'm going to hand over to Anna. But yes, please reach out to us and let's talk. If you have a hub or a hub and you want to have a conversation, or you want to fund hubs, to better support their community, please speak to us.
So thank you. So as you said, our core focus is around community building, around innovation hubs and other stakeholders that work with hubs, entrepreneurs, innovators, so whether they're investors, corporate organizations, policy makers, development organizations, and the likes, right? Our job is basically to see how we can work to build the ecosystem. And then other things that we focus on, in addition to the community building and capacity building that you mentioned, is also policy advocacy, because we realize that if we're going to really ensure that innovation thrives on the continent, entrepreneurship thrives, and have successful startups, we need an enabling environment. So we do a lot of policy advocacy, thought leadership around enabling policy for innovation and entrepreneurship on the continent, and also research as well. So just to say, we're really excited about the launch here in Lagos. Renee's an amazing woman. Just put it on record. She has been, I mean, the work that we do on the continent is not easy, right? Anybody that works in this space knows that it's not the easiest work to do. Some people get into the space for different reasons. Some come in because of passion. passion, some come in because of funding availability, but whatever stage people come in, right, it really isn't easy. But I have seen the sort of consistency and growth from Renee and the RLabs team and community, and it's one of the most inspiring things ever. I mean, I came into this space about 7-8 years ago, and she was there before I did. You know, so she's one of those shining light examples of what consistency, passion, deep care for the work that we do for the youth, for the communities. During COVID, when everyone was shutting down and slowing down operations, they ramped up their operations. I'm like, how did you do this? You know, they had a perfect excuse to just chill, you know, and give an excuse, but they went out there to the community, they carried out non-typical hub operations and said, look, primarily the people are who we care about, right? We can't talk about innovation and technology and then when times are hard, you go away because they, you know, the hub has shut down, right? So they went out there and they even expanded their impact to the community. So I'm really excited that you have brought this, you know, to Nigeria, and wishing you the best. As usual, RLabs is here for you, as is everyone here, I imagine. So thank you, and well done, and congratulations. Oh, and she says hi.
Hello.
All right, thank you so much. That was really inspiring, really inspiring. All right, so now we're heading to the heart of the matter, so people. All right, and this time around, we're going to introduce the team. Hope you're all excited.
Yes.
Okay, let me see. Put on your what's like. Imagine you are actually standing around a whole of great persons all around you, and these guys who are all around you tell you, "Give me your best smile." What's going to be your best smile? Imagine Martin Luther King Jr., imagine Mahatma Gandhi, imagine all those great people. Say, just smile for us. How would you smile? Smile! Well, I'm going to welcome Miss Destiny right now, and she's going to give us an overview about the Nigerian team. Are you all excited?
Yeah.
All right, now the matter. Okay, business.
Thank you. Hi everyone, it's me again. So this time around, I'm definitely just going to be sharing a little bit about the team, the masterminds behind the whole RLabs Nigeria setup. They are, you know, a group of wonderful individuals. Just the way their mind works and how they're operating in the grassroots community already blew us away. So nonetheless, if I can maybe just have the next slide. So I'll just introduce the board. I'm definitely not going to mention the surnames or the full name because I will butcher it, and I do not want to do that. So first up, I'll call Kede. Yeah, you can come in. And then Muhammad, yes. So these are our Nigerian board members. If I'm not mistaken, it is the secretary and the chairperson. How can I forget? Oh my goodness. Yes. And then maybe the next slide. Then we also have Glory, Ebenezer, and Elijah. And so they are definitely the team that's spearheading all the objectives and the goals that we have within RLabs Nigeria. So I know one of them offered to do a speech. I'm not so sure which one, so we can rock paper scissors over here just to see which one. So maybe if you want to, you can move over, please. Wow. Over to you guys.
Okay. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I'm going to apologize for being late because we had an interesting journey to do. And so we put our address on board and we are taking to Kenya. And literally we are like, he's saying, oh, it's not the road, or this is not where we're going to. And we realized we are like 26 minutes away from where we're meant to be. And yeah, this is us coming in late, and we apologize for that. I'm not going to give a long speech. I think everybody has given that. But this is what I'm going to say. First off, before I get to my speech, we have our social media pages for RLabs Nigeria active. So please, in fact, I said they should display it. So we all take out our phones and follow us, because I promise you, in the next couple of months, we are going to be doing amazing work here. And we want you to keep in touch and just see what we're doing, right? One of the things I wanted to bank this vision is, if you go to our lab, you're going to see making hope contagious and 2 billion by 2030. And it looks like a very, very ambitious plan, right? But just like how my RLabs has said, everybody has said, there's this whole drive around community. And so when it looks ambitious, you see that it's actually possible, because it's not about we, it's about the community, it's about everybody taking ownership of this. And I can take it back to like 2020, what Anna mentioned about how during COVID they did a lot of programs. And I'm invited by Rainy to join the demo day for the women of RLabs. And it's a demo day, right? I joined it, but this is what I found out, right? The demo day was more like a community event, because when you see these women giving their talk, they're also talking about the women that mentored them. So it was not about the money, it was about the mentorship, it was about being part of this community. I would hear, like, I could reach out to my mentor at any time, and they helped me, they genuinely wanted to help me grow. And this is why I'm excited that RLabs is here, because we're going to see people that, it's, at the end of the day, the more programs we implement, we're going to see the community take ownership of this, and at the end of the day, we'll be driving impact. That's the goal, and that's what we agreed on. So thank you for coming to the launch, and please follow us. See, we have all the pages so that you get to see the amazing work we'll be doing in the coming months. Thank you. We can go right.
Okay, let's take a picture. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, listen.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, everyone. So I'm here again. Okay. So right now, we're actually wrapping up things, and I believe that has been an amazing journey so far. We have a lot of interesting persons, and we have actually discussed a lot of interesting topics as well. And right now we are coming to like to close up the meeting. All right. But I would like to invite for the vote of thanks. I would like to invite Mr. Ebenezer. All right.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming. My name is Ebenezer, and I'll just share a very short story about RLabs and myself. So in 2021, I applied for the business scholarship through Mozi, and Mozi is hosted under the Loma platform as well as the Blackwood platform for the project management and program. So I completed it in 2022. So about 6 to 8 months later, I got an email. I'm here to deliver. Thank you for being part of our community. If you have this opportunity, you can RLabs South Africa. Would you like to join? So at that particular point in time, I was kind of skilled. So I was looking for opportunities to grow. So that was when I went for the program manager of the program. And for the full scholarship for 6 months. So during that process, we had employability skills training, we had CV review, we had LinkedIn training, we had design thinking training, we had like different kind of sessions. So when the opportunity came, I applied. So when I applied for that particular program, and it was free. At the end of the day, I think about 500 of us completed to the end of the particular program. I wouldn't have thought that completing that program would take it to where I am today. So it's just part of the numerous opportunities within the RLabs network, and I'm a beneficiary, and I'm also here to push that there. So I believe we all together we can make a greater impact as we launch RLabs in Nigeria. Thank you very much. Global team, RLabs South Africa, RLabs Tanzania, RLabs Brazil, everywhere, wherever you are.
Okay, so we are done. And now we move to we're wrapping up already. We're going to have a networking section. So it's time where you get to connect with a lot of persons. I believe networking would give you the unfair advantage of six. So the launch section is going to happen right. Okay. Well, right there. You just get to connect. Okay. Just get to connect with everyone while we're actually setting everything up in place. The different persons here.